If you want to know everything about the biggest downgrades in FIFA 22 that have been leaked, you came to the perfect video. I'm your boy People of FIFA, and I've listed up 18 players, or 20 it could be, that will have a massive downgrade, or big players with a nice downgrade. Well, nice, it sounds a little bit crazy, but a -2, a -3, that makes them more affordable in the game. They still keep their meta, overpowered power, so there is nothing wrong with that. So sit back, relax, and go to the channel if you want to know everything about FIFA 22 and so much more. So if you love the videos, smash that like button in the face, subscribe to the channel for more, and put on the magical notification bell. If you do that, thank you guys, you're amazing. No time to waste, let's get the show on the road. If you're looking for the best place to get your FUT coins, go to OVERPOWERED.com. They're quick, they're reliable, and they are the best option for you to get for a cheap price the best possible squad in FUT, or else you have to spend so much time playing the game for just a couple of coins. So don't hesitate and use the code VIVA when you're checking out for 5% extra off the order. Starting the episode off with a man who won the Champions League, and you might say, VIVA, if you're winning the Champions League, how can you be downgraded? Well, I think even the biggest diehard Chelsea fan will agree with me that Timo Werner was one of the acceptations that are just not good enough for an upgrade in FIFA 22. For the rest of the squad, I think a massive upgrade will be coming, from Reece James to Romelu Lukaku, from Edouard Mendy to Mason Mount. But for Timo Werner, I'm afraid a downgrade is more realistic. So an 83 rated Timo Werner is still very nice, very meta, still very overpowered, so nothing wrong with that. As a card, fantastic to use, and even cheaper than last year. So for us, it's a win situation. Paulo Dybala, who is celebrating his goal with a mask, is now going to cry with a mask because he is going down. And well, Paulo Dybala, he was one of the biggest young talents in the world, the new Lionel Messi. He was with Mbappe and Haaland are at the moment the biggest superstar of his age, but it is already 6-7 years ago, and he never truly made it. He with Paul Pogba, almost even 27, 28 years old, they were a golden combo at Juve back in the day, but both of them, they did good, but not world class level. And Dybala is also mixing that up with injuries. So once again, for the little dribbling player of Argentina, a downgrade is coming. Give a thumbs up if you enjoyed the videos and if you enjoyed the channel, and tell me if you agree with the downgrades by EA, yes or no. Trent Alexander-Arnold is hit hard, but eventually it's fair. Last year he went up to 87. In my thoughts, that was way too much, way too big. He was the best right back in the game. In real life he was good, but defensively he was quite vulnerable. He was good in attack, vulnerable in defense, and then to give him an 87 rating, higher for example than Marcelo of Real Madrid, even in his prime, has ever gotten, I think that was too much, too high. So now with a setback to 84, everything feels more realistic, and it's kind of fair. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Tell it down below. Julian Brandt was one of the big superstars of Bayer Leverkusen. He was signed up by Borussia Dortmund 2 years ago alongside Thorgan Hazard and Nico Schulz. All of them costed £25 million, 75 mil in total. Yes, great mathematics, people. So with the downgrade, it is not bad. Still a nice player, meta to use at the start of a starting squad builder for the Bundesliga or for a hybrid. So Brandt going down, but still a nice looking card. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, one of my favorite players for many FIFAs in a row, and also in real life the man is a legendary player. He was rejected by AC Milan. Nobody knows that. Well, a lot of people know that, but also some people don't know that he was playing with Milan when he was sent away. Not good enough, too young, went to Saint-Etienne, to Borussia Dortmund, and the rest is history. The captain of Arsenal is not a captain at the moment. He's not leading the squad. He's out with an injury, or is he with the squad? He's not showing it on the pitch. He's one of the highest rated strikers in the FIFA game, and in real life he's not there anymore. It's one of the reasons that Arsenal is going downhill pretty steep, because even if your star players are not performing, well, you have a gigantic problem. Once again, it's good news for us because Aubameyang will be cheaper in FIFA 22. Alejandro Papu Gomez, 86 rated Atalanta Bergamo playmaker, was on the bench of Atalanta. He went to Sevilla, he went to the bench of Sevilla, and then keep your 86 rated card. In comparison, he is just as high rated as Paul Pogba, for example. I think that is just way too high. Not that Paul Pogba played such a strong season, but still, Papu Gomez is now 32 or 33. His age is counting, plus he's not playing games, and when he plays, he's not really convincing at Sevilla. Knowing EA a little bit, the man will be bashed very hard. Isco Alcaran was a huge talent with Malaga. Malaga back then had a big financial upgrade. Now they lost that money. They had to sell Isco within 1 year, but they got Isco for a good amount of money. They sold him to Real Madrid and he was a fan favorite instantly. But Isco had a little bit the Gareth Bale in Nazar problem. He was enjoying life outside of the world of football way too much. Celebrating, partying with his girlfriend, eating too much, and in the end, he was not fit and not strong anymore. He now came back stronger than he ever was, so let's hope this is the season Isco can save his career, but he has to do that with a downgrade. What rating would you give Samuel Umtiti for being injured 3 years in a row? Because I had people on this channel coming, hey Viva, you can't downgrade a player because he is injured. Well guys, I told you guys, how long can we wait before we downgrade him? For example, if Matthijs de Ligt get injured this year and he will be out for 3 years, does he have to keep his rating, or what do you think? I'm really interested in what you think about it. I think for 1 year you can keep your rating. With Virgil van Dijk it happened, with Sergio Ramos it happened, with Bonucci or Chiellini it happened. I think okay, 1 year we're not going to victimize a player with a downgrade, but how long can you keep your rating? I think 1 year is the max, and then the downgrade should be coming. An 80 rated card for Umtiti. I think I'm still being pretty nice to the guy. Alex Telles was signed up as a massive signing 1 year ago, but they forgot about one thing, one man, Luke Shaw. Luke Shaw was doing so well when Alex Telles joined the squad, everybody was surprised. Mourinho thought he was just a mediocre left back, but he surprised everyone also by scoring a goal in the Euro final. It was not good enough in the end, but still, it was a great way to go. Luke Shaw puts Telles on the bench, and that means quite simply enough, Telles is not playing and will be downgraded. In Nazar, it's now or never. It's do or die. Die hard or live better. It is this season he has to prove himself, and luckily, from the summer break, he looks stronger, fitter, and just like Isco, better than he ever was in the fitness level. But we have to judge him on the last season, and that was just a massive disappointment. So in Nazar will be hit with a massive downgrade. You might saw a silver card on the thumbnail. Looks cool, I think it is. Of course, maybe in 5 years he could be a silver rated card, but for now he can save himself to play a very strong year. Kylian Mbappé might be joining them next season, and with Eden Hazard playing the best season out of his career this year, he might still be a Galacticos after all. So from 88 to 85 looks quite nice. Kolasinac is great after pitch. When he and Mesut Özil get robbed, Özil was very scared. I would have been scared, but Kolasinac, he went to those brawlers and he beat them up. And that is a class person. But on the pitch, he's more, well, a WWE fighter outside of it than a football player on it. He got relegated with Schalke. He returned there as their captain. Now he is back at Arsenal. But hey, this is not a man that can save you. This is a man that can get you relegated. I am just sorry. Downgrading Hugo Lloris. Oof, that is a little bit tough. But yes, the man is getting older. He is slipping up way too much. And the Tottenham Hotspur goalkeeper is going down with a -1 or 2. Not quite sure what EA is planning for him. So still a downgrade for Hugo Lloris. I don't like to do that. Trust me guys, I like upgrades way more. You can watch the biggest upgrades. I have dropped them on this YouTube channel, I think 2 or 3 days ago. So click the I button to watch that right away. Going back to Real Madrid, and Marcelo is just one of my favorite players. He was one of the coolest left backs I have seen in the world. Roberto Carlos was one of my favorites when I was starting to play Pro Evolution Soccer #1 at the PlayStation 1. That was just legendary with Roberto Carlos in the Master League. Him and Tijanji Bambangida. If you remember those days, let me know that in the comment section down below. Bambangida using him with Roberto Carlos on the striker position because they were so damn quick. Shevchenko also was a legend in that game, by the way, but that's a different story. Marcelo for now is going down, and that is just fair. Anthony Martial going down with a -2. The man who scored with the French national team in this break for the World Cup qualification in Qatar. He is on the bench of Manchester, and I'm afraid he's warming that bench with his butt cheeks all season long, because the backup striker is Mason Greenwood. Then we have Edison Cavani, Cristiano Ronaldo, Marcus Rashford, Jadon Sancho, and down there is somewhere layering in the deep, in the mist of the night, there is Anthony Martial. So I'm afraid this man will only be playing in the Carabao Cup, in the League Cup, to rest the other players. And for a £70 million signing, that's one of the worst signings ever. He's crowned to that, and that is a bad thing to be crowned at, because Nicolas Pepe was a big signing for Arsenal. £70 million was transferred to Lille. Lille is still laughing about that deal, because 70 mil for such a mediocre player, it is like, well, paying 70 mil for some candy, and you think, hey, it tasted nice, and within 1 minute you think, hey, what did I do? And that's what happened with Arsenal at the moment. So a player like this, I'm sorry Pepe, you're going down. Let's hope Arsenal is not going down as a club. Alexandro is another left back of Brazil, and just like Marcelo, his season was just not the best. He is the captain in several games, but Alexandro overall is not worth 85 rated. It is just way too high. Some players like Alex Telles, also Alex Grimaldo of Benfica, and this man, they got a huge upgrade, a high rating, and looking to the stats on the card is already not really explainable, but okay, an 82 rated Alexandro, yes, that looks nice. The new signing of BICGEST is Miralem Pjanic. He's getting older, and the playmaker of Bosnia-Herzegovina will get older with a downgrade. There is nothing wrong with that. There is not a problem. He is doing great. I hope with BICGEST he can play at the level he did with Juventus and AS Roma. For Barcelona, it was just one of the biggest flop signings. They sacrificed Arthur Melo for Miralem Pjanic. Why in the world would you do that? I don't know, because they swapped them with 50 mil and 50 mil. So there was nothing with it. So Pjanic is now going to BICGEST, and let's hope he can revive his career a little bit more. Rodrigo Moreno is a player we all love to get at a cheap starting squad for the Premier League. I know you agree with me, guys. In real life, Patrick Bamford is the first team striker, and he was on the bench of Leeds. Quite simple, I'm not making things up. He was not playing games. Sometimes as a substitution he did okay, but that was the maximum amount he did. He did nothing else for the squad. So Rodrigo Moreno is going down massively, but that makes him cheaper and more available for you at the start of FIFA. Put him on your wish list. Liverpool reserve goalkeeper Adrian is a multi-millionaire. He's laughing his ass off, and I am not blaming the guy. If you are a goalkeeper like that with his qualities and you're earning £1 or £2 million a year, of course it feels good. But as a goalkeeper, for me, the man is that worth. You can use him as a goalkeeper, but you can also instead use the woman in the cafeteria. She will be just as good as Adrian. Well, I'm over-exaggerating right here, but you know what I mean. Bye-bye Adrian as a goal player. And staying with Liverpool to finish the episode off, smash a thumbs up if you loved the video, subscribe for more, and don't forget to put on that magical notification bell. Roberto Bobby Firmino. Bobby Firmino was a great forward, yeah. With the Olympics, he was not good enough. Richarlison got the spot. Firmino is there, well, to stay, I don't think so. I think he will not be the striker of Brazil any much longer. With Liverpool, they didn't sign up a new striker, so they have to go with Bobby. But last year, he wasn't scoring goals, he wasn't assisting, and I know he was never a poacher, never a true goal machine, but if he's not assisting and not picking up around 15 goals a year, for me, that is good enough to say 87 is way too high. The Liverpool players got upgraded after winning the Champions League 1 or 2 years ago and winning the league title, but now some of them have to come down to keep it fair to the other players and other clubs in the game. So what do you think, guys? Are you missing a player? Is something not fair? Or do I upgrade a player or downgrade him too much? Tell it in the comment section. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you back with a brand new video every single day.